Today, we are featuring a local artist who is known all across the country because he is a master carver and also an artist that works with paper, creating these extensive, beautiful dresses and creations. Now, Barry Brown is going to join us today all the way from Branson, Missouri. And how exciting, because he is actually being featured at the Silver Dollar City Harvest Festival. He's got carving tips to share with us today, and he's also going to tell us about his brand new book.
Well, Barry, we're so excited to see you because when we see you, that means Halloween is right around the corner. So how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, and thanks for connecting. We are across the country from each other, and it's so fun to be with my friends in Colorado.
Definitely. So let's talk about your pumpkins and your Harvest Festival. What are you doing at the Harvest Festival?
Well, this is at Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri, and they have a Harvest Festival, which is craft days and pumpkins in the city. There's all these crafters, which I'm part of. There's the train. And then at nighttime, the trees light up and the carvings are beautiful. And there's all this like walkway to see 10,000 pumpkins here. So it's a beautiful place to be. So I'm the master pumpkin carver. I've carved 500 of these pumpkins. And then they let me space to offer custom carvings to the guests.
Wow. And you said only 500? You've only carved 500?
I only carved 500 of the 3,000 that are carved and the 7,000 that are fresh. So it's this beautiful walk of all this amazing fall glory. Now the train's coming by, and it's going to be whistling here in just a second. See if I can catch it.
Good catch. Oh, that was a good one. I love that. Oh my gosh, Barry, so amazing. Okay, so a lot of us love to carve our own pumpkins. We love to put them outside our doors. Tell us a little bit about maybe some safety tips, especially when it comes to lighting our pumpkins, because I definitely put a little tea light in mine.
Right. Well, here's what I think is important about lighting a pumpkin. It needs to be bright, because the whole story of pumpkin carving is about the light shining in the darkness. So what I use, I put my pumpkin on a plate, because it's food, and I light it with an electric LED bulb. So that's energy efficient, it's cooler inside the pumpkin, it's bright, really good parts to help us light our pumpkins, and it's safe.
So great, and of course, it's bright enough for everybody to see, which is even better. So Barry, you're also an author. Let's talk about your book, The Pumpkin Kid.
Well, thanks for the opportunity. Because of the inspiration that I had here at Silver Dollar City last year, I was inspired to write this book. I illustrated it with paper cutting. And you know from being on the show that I've done the Denver Paper Fashion Show and have won 4 consecutive years in a row. So I thought I'd put that to use in a little book that I wrote about a pumpkin kid who carves pumpkins in an 1880s village, just like Silver Dollar City. And the story is that people are afraid of the dark. Back in the 1800s, they were afraid that the light would go away and the darkness was here and they had to huddle close together. But the boy reminds them through pumpkin carving that the light shines in the darkness, even on the inside of them. And they remember the beautiful things about their offerings. And he helps them light their hearts up. So it's really fun to get to share. And I would love for everybody to read it, of course. But it's just a beautiful art book, almost like a coffee table book.
Oh my goodness. And that's so fantastic too, because all of us need a little bit more light in our life right now. So definitely a great book to encourage that. Barry, what's next for you? You have so much going on. What do you have coming up?
Well, I'm here at Silver Dollar City, which has been voted #1 theme park in America by USA Today. World-class roller coasters. So what's coming up is I'm going to ride some roller coasters eventually. But I have several other online carving parties. People have called me about this opportunity. They want to do things that they normally do, but we gather online. I did one last night and had so much fun. It was great to hear all the people laughing, teaching them how to carve or how to not carve. It was interesting to watch some people do it following me and some people doing their own thing. It's all good because when the lights come on, it's beautiful. So that's what's happening through the end of October.
Oh my goodness, so fantastic. All right, so quickly to wrap things up here, Barry, give us some carving tips. What are the 1 or 2 things that we really need to take into our carving when we're getting into it?
Well, there's lots of different kinds of tools out there, the little saws and things like that, and of varying quality, like mine, of course, are the best. But here's 2 secrets of of successful pumpkin carving. The first one is don't try so hard. You want to be gentle with your tools. Don't try so hard. The second secret is to use your lap to hold the pumpkin. It won't roll around. It's safer that way and it'll be more successful because the second secret is to carve straight up and down. So the first secret, don't try so hard. Second secret, carve straight up and down.
Okay, very, very good tips. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try those out. I'll send you my pumpkin, my carved pumpkin when it's done, and I would love some critiques, but don't judge too hard because I know it's not gonna be too beautiful, so.
Well, you might be surprised because really when the light comes on, it changes everything. So
Very
I
cool.
just love seeing people's carvings. The light shining through makes me very happy. And that's a great thing to share. So I can't wait to see it.
Excellent. Well, Barry, thank you so much for joining us on Coco.
You're welcome. It's great to be here.
Happy Halloween.
Barry Brown shares his incredible creations and tips for all aspiring artists out there. So check out his website, barrybrowncreative.com. Learn more about his new book, The Pumpkin Kid, on Barry's Facebook page. Just search Masterpieces in Pumpkin.